Hey all, hey y'all. Welcome to this installment of the Kingdom Things podcast. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips, and I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. Full circle moment alert. So are you? Why, Ashley? Thank you for asking me this question. What I have in me, you have in you. When you have in you, I have in me. We are dimensions, unique frequencies of the oneness of all things, most commonly termed as God. We've never been separate from God. You know the saying, God's kingdom with many rooms, God's mansion with many rooms. The biblical analogy, metaphor, figurative language, God's mansion with many rooms, God's kingdom. We've never been separate from the kingdom of God. And that's what the last 3 or 4 years of my life has been dedicated to, remembering that we've never been separate from the kingdom of God. And that the universal principle, all is within. The universal principle, principle of correspondence, as below, so above. These universal principles that describe and paint and justify the understanding that we've never been separate from universal forces or the oneness of all things or the Most High or God. We are all authentic frequencies of the oneness of all things or God. As we know through our sciences, we know the principle of conservation or mechanics of thermodynamics. We know energy is neither created nor destroyed. We do know this. And we know that all things are energy. We are energy. We are frequential patternings or energies of the infinite sea. Shout out to my music. I'm also a singer-songwriter. That's one of the ways I channel my music. My music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is streaming on YouTube. It's very healing frequencies from the future. I hope there's energies and lyrics and melodies that assist you with soul liberation, soul attainment, or remembering that all is within. You're one with your environment. You're one with everything that you experience. And remembering that oneness gives you the understanding or the principle of the universal principle, the universal law. Shout out to Hermes Trismegistus, Thoth the Atlantean, for leaving beautiful principles of our universal operations. All is the mind. So if everything we perceive in our reality, if everything you perceive in your reality, if everything I perceive in my reality comes from inside of me, and then in correspondence to this, all is the mind, universal principles. This means that everything in my reality is a projection of my thought patterns. Everything in your reality is a projection of your thought patterns. What does this mean? This means that we are one with creation, and not only are we one with creation, but we've always been co-creators of creation. The last 3 years of my life, 4 years of my life, I've consciously been dedicating myself to spiritual growth or evolution, to remember come into alignment with my promised land, or who God created me to be, or who I came into creation to be. Whenever creation or existence or God needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. I love this piece of wisdom that I've garnered from my soul. Within Kingdom Things podcast, it's all channeled content. Everything is channeled within Kingdom Things podcast. It was a soul directive from my intuition to start this podcast. And one of the pieces of wisdom that I try to remember whenever I'm feeling down or depressed or low or less than miraculous conception, less than miraculous happenings, I can remind myself that whenever creation, the universe's infinite potentials, needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. And everything in creation is a natural everything in creation is a natural production of creation wanting to proliferate, creation wanting to continue to grow and evolve. We are natural productions of universal forces of the Most High God, of creation, of infinite beingness, journeying the evolution of existence, of growth, of the universal disposition of growth and evolution and of infinite nature. Again, my name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. Follow if you're watching on Spotify. Like the video. Share to help proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast journey to a healed and balanced human culture, planet Earth. We have the Kingdom. We're going to continue with the Kingdom Things 2033 prophecy. I channel for my Creator. By the year 2033, we will be in the consciousness evolutionary status in mass. Truly we're one energy. Humanity is truly one energy. We know this as a causal body in spirituality. Humanity is truly one energy. By the year 2033, we will be in the evolutionary status to understand that we are a human culture, planet Earth, with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace. As disease, death, war, famine, and also no poverty, because disease, death, war, famine, poverty were all productions of our antiquated, limited perception of self, or our perception that we are separate from the stars, from our nature, our reality, from all things, from God. The universal principles exemplify how this notion, how this mind patterning, how this state of beingness or state of the human evolution where we perceived ourselves as separate from our nature or all things or God was not only ailing, but it just doesn't fit in the ways of nature, the ways the universe works, the way that all things work. And this out of alignment nature that we perceived ourselves as separate from nature or the universes or the divine or God, was a part of the makings of us. So we're no longer beating up on ourselves, and we're all awakening in mass. On a soul level, we all know this. And on other levels, we're authentic frequencies. So we have different ways of perceiving ourselves. We're at different consciousness embodiments. And these differences are nothing to fight about or argue about. The way we perceive ourselves in reality are nothing to fight about or argue about. Something I've learned through my own spiritual teachings from inside of my soul, my heart space. Differences are something to learn and grow from, as we are all truly one, experiencing the oneness to grow and evolve. Today, y'all, we will be channeling the Galactic Federation. I'm super excited. I am actually an official ambassador for the human being of planet Earth within Galactic Council, within the Galactic Federation. Ashley, how did you learn this about yourself? With my spiritual gifts, or being able to perceive my Akashic record, my soul telling me who I am, showing me who I am, and journeying the truth of who I am and being who I am, and evolving my consciousness status, my consciousness state to perceive who I am. This podcast is actually a production of my work with the Galactic Federation to help evolve the human consciousness, to be a teacher, a stewardess of humanity, to help raise humanity's consciousness, to be a source, a resource, as we all awaken as humans and we have these questions about what we're experiencing and about what we're hearing internally, different psychic and spiritual gifts and extrasensory perception gifts coming online, and we're guided to be able to understand what we're going through more. My podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast, is one of those resources. You know, we as humanity are being guided to assist us as we evolve into our infinite nature. Which brings me to the 2029 Kingdom Things. Let's start with 2026. 2026 is a newer prophecy that I received. The Kingdom Things Podcast 2026 prophecy, the year 2026, we are going to be visited open contact by interdimensional beings. And we have one being by name. Drum roll, please. I did that with my mouth, if y'all don't know. I might also get a sound effect. Drum roll, Yeshua, Rabbi Yeshua, or Jesus Christ will be visiting open contact on the planet as we are awakening and remembering that we're interdimensional beings and death is a farce, and that we truly only transcend into different perceptions, new perceptions of the all or the self, Rabbi Yeshua or Jesus Christ will be visiting in 2026 Open Contact. How will this happen? We're going to all find out together, and I'm excited, right? Rabbi Yeshua will also be accompanied by other beings of the Galactic Federation, other interdimensional, interstellar, extraterrestrial beings, which is super exciting, right? So that's the Kingdom Things. This is the Kingdom Things Podcast 2026 prophecy. And then we also have the Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 prophecy. Kingdom Things Podcast 2029 prophecy, where we'll have been visited by many other extraterrestrial, interdimensional star races, open contact on the planet. As we again awaken to our celestial galactic heritage, and as we begin to be welcomed back into our celestial galactic heritage, citizenship, as beings of the infinite sea, beings of celestial creation. Thank you, Ashley, for allowing us once again to speak through your platform to the citizens of the world, to the American citizens. We want to speak to America, the United States, this evening, today. Whenever you are listening, whenever you're perceiving this podcast installment, your country is seeded with deception in the way that your country has never been separate from the understanding that this planet, this world is connected to forces galactic, celestial, and beyond. As your founding fathers of your country channeled and had physical contact with celestial beings, much like yourself, much like Ashley, much like I, Rabbi Yeshua. You see, celestial beings don't have to have antennas or be little green men, little gray men with large round eyes, or reptilians, or beings that don't look like yourself when you look in the mirror. You are extraterrestrial forces. You are alien forces. You are space beings. You are celestial beings as you dwell on a beautiful, majestic, elemental portal within space, within outer space. Thank you, Ashley. Oh. Powerful and concise. I want to thank y'all so much for joining this Kingdom Things podcast installment. I hope there's an energy, a message, a force of uplifting and well-balancing potentials that activate your soul into more of its limitless, universally aligned nature. Again, my name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. Full circle moment alert, alert. So are you. Why, Ashley? What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. We are dimensions, frequencies of the oneness of all things, or the infinite sea, or the Most High, or the All, or the universes. Having this beautiful, vibrant experience called being a human of the universe. I channeled that we're one of many human colonies in existence, one of infinite human colonies in existence as being a human being of planet Earth. I'll link these two installments that reference this most readily in the description. The reference Kingdom Things podcast episodes in the description of this Kingdom Things podcast installment. The first episode, I actually was connected telepathically to a being, a person, a man named Harry, on a planet in a realm much like our own. Beautiful, he channeled beautiful, wise energies and uplifting messages that help us understand that who we've been does not quantify who we can be as a human culture, as our Dharmic purpose gifted to us, or the reason why we came into creation, our Dharmic purpose gifted to us by the Most High, or God, or the oneness of all things, exemplifies that everything we've experienced in the evolution and the makings of us as a human culture does not quantify who we can be. As I've channeled, the human Dharmic purpose is to be limitless potentials in the tangible, or the balancing stark polarities of dark and light, journeying our lives, our realities, understanding that we're always in evolution. We're limitless. We can always be more. We can always be more balanced. We can almost be more well. But let's journey our journey of figuring our equilibrium, figuring our balance, figuring more, learning and growing from more of our limitless nature. As we were created as the stark polarities of dark and light, let's journey this journey with happiness and joy and gratitude that we can always be more, and that this moment is our more. Growing and learning from this moment of our more. Again, subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. Follow the podcast if you're watching on Spotify to help proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast journey to a healed and balanced human culture, planet Earth. I'm glad you found the channel. Again, my name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I'm not done, y'all. We talked about my music. Ashley-Nicole music is available to stream on YouTube. Subscribe. I hope, again, there's a genre, a song, a lyric that helps evolve you into more of your limitless, balanced, most high potentials. I'm also a home chef. I enjoy cooking. It's a passion that I love. It's a way that I can explore my inner environment, let my inner child run free and wild and happy and joyful. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available on YouTube. Whatever my soul or the oneness of all things tells me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish, this is what I put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is streaming on YouTube. I'm also an author. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It is a 3-part book series. I'm going to skip the soliloquy tonight, the summary of the 3-part book series. We will roll into the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel trailer shortly. Asia's Story, the animated series, is available to stream on YouTube. I channeled my divine wisdoms, my soul wisdoms into Asia's Story. It's a beautiful, fun, uplifting animated series. Healing for the soul. AP Short Stories is available on YouTube, my author's channel, and this is where Asia's Story is streaming. It's linked below in the description of this Kingdom Things podcast episode. One is Connection, Energetic Upliftment. I also channel beautiful wisdoms and helpful energies to help us evolve as we awaken in mass spiritually to our limitless potentials. One is Connection, Energetic Upliftment is available to stream on YouTube, link below. Lastly, but certainly not least, I am offering Powwow sessions. Powwow sessions are where I channel specific energies and messages that you're specifically cultivated to your soul's evolutionary journey, what you need to hear, what you need to experience to evolve into more of your limitless nature. The portal, the Kingdom Things Podcast Healing Home portal to book your personal powwow session is available in the link below within the description of this video. How it works is I type up a dissertation of energies and messages that the oneness of all things, the universes, or your soul wants you to experience to break through karmic knots or limiting energies, energetic beliefs in your system to help you perceive more of your limitless nature or more of your soul's potentials, to live and be more of your limitless potentials, to journey more of your limitless nature. That's it, y'all. Again, my name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I'm so glad you found Kingdom Things Podcast. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. But so are you. This is God's assertion, and I'm actually going to link it below. 144 part 1 part 2. God is like, hey Ashley, all of y'all are limitless. Every single one of y'all are my mirror. Remember, so we can journey existence with fun and benevolence and upliftment and joy and peace, world peace, world peace, world peace. No disease, no death, no war, no famine, no poverty. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.
My name is Asya, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from a day's trip, I have read my Atum's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I make no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on Earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.